Get ready for AdvisorFi's 2-minute tip, starting in 3, 2, 1.
No. The 2019 tax season could get off to a rocky start. Oh gosh, tax reform could lead to a shock in April 2019. And the biggest shocker from Accounting Today, QuickBooks introduces Backing You, starring Danny DeVito. Huh? I think this picture that Accounting Today picked of Danny DeVito absolutely represents the situation. Don't worry, Danny DeVito. I got your back. I know exactly how you feel. If you've not seen the videos on YouTube of Danny DeVito starring in these QuickBooks series,
send an invoice with QuickBooks.
You know, it's okay. There's nothing to be scared of, whether you're Danny DeVito being terrified and petrified of QuickBooks, or you're a normal taxpayer like the rest of us. What I'm going to try to do in this video is talk about the 2019 changes that are happening under the Tax Cut and Jobs Act, or the Trump tax reform, in regards to itemized deductions of medical and dental expenses. So there are some changes in 2019 that are happening to medical and dental expenses. So what I want to try to do is break that down in this video, but we only have 2 minutes, so let's dive right in. Okay, so here are the basics. Now, while the Trump tax reform, or the Trump tax law, the Tax Cut and Jobs Act, preserved the deductions for medical and dental expenses, the threshold for deducting those medical and dental expenses went up to 10% from 7.5% in 2019. So what's the update when it comes to the tax reform? Well, it's really simple. The 10% threshold applies to all taxpayers. Now, I'm not really certain, and I'll make sure to put this in the description below. I did read that for several years, taxpayers aged 65 and older were subject to the 7.5%, while the rest of the taxpayers were subject to the 10%. But I'll make sure to do some digging, and I'll drop some links in the description below. So if that kind of applies to you, click down the description below. There'll be some more information there for you. Now, for those who don't know, what's considered qualified medical and dental expenses? Well, basically, it includes, according to the IRS, it includes payments for the diagnosis, the cure, mitigation, treatment, or prevention of disease, or payments for treatments affecting any structure or function in the body. You can actually refer to the IRS's publication 502. That'll be in the description below, but the publication 502 will give you a lot more details when it comes to medical and dental expenses and everything that the tax code has to offer, or that is impacting that particular line item of your itemized deductions, and what the Tax Cut and Jobs Act is impacting on that particular deduction in publication 502. Now, if you're a visual like me, what's an example of this? Well, on the left-hand side is our old 2018 version of medical and dental expenses itemized. So for example, if your AGI was $100,000 and you had enough qualified medical and dental expenses of $10,000, then your 2018 medical and dental deduction would be $2,500. Now, on the right-hand side of the column is the 2019 going forward. If your AGI is the same thing, $100,000, and you still have the same $10,000 medical and dental expense deduction, then in 2019, you're going to receive 0 deduction in your itemized deductions when it comes to medical and dental. Okay, that's it. Hey, hopefully that answered all your questions about medical and dental expenses. Starting in 2019 going forward, we're not going to receive the lower threshold that we had received back in 2018. It's going to be bumped up by 2.5% from 7.5% up to 10%. So if that affects you, be sure to talk to your tax accountant. I'm sure he or she is up to date on the tax code. Down in the description below, I'm going to include some links for you so that way you can do some digging for yourself. So that way you're not caught off guard like Danny DeVito or any other taxpayer when it comes to April 2019 and your 2018 tax return and preparing for 2019 going forward. All right, well, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you at the next video.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to follow us for more business and tax reform information. Hit the button below to follow. Hit the video over there for more. If not, I am going to touch your booger. Thank you, America, and see you at the next video.